Hi there. For many of us, buying a home is a thrilling and positive step in life, but it can also be a complicated and confusing process as well. It means navigating some of the biggest financial and emotional trade-offs we've ever encountered. Think of it like a soul search combined with a business deal. So yeah, it would make sense if you wanted a little help there. Hello, I'm Lindsay Cohen, one of the experts here at Zillow, and today we're going to talk about how to find an agent. Specifically, the kind of agent who can help you buy a home. The kind of agent who can make sure that when you go to sign on that dotted line, you'll be getting the keys to a home that meets your needs for years to come, and that you're getting a fair deal on it. You might know these folks as buyer's agents, and according to Zillow Research, nearly 9 out of 10 buyers work with a professional real estate agent at some point during their home purchase process. In this video, we'll explain just what an agent can do for you that is so important and how to find the right one. What is a buyer's real estate agent? Okay, so first off, let's be clear. A buyer's agent is a licensed professional real estate agent who works on behalf of a home buyer. They officially represent that buyer in all aspects of the home purchase. Now, home sellers use agents too, often known as listing agents. Usually, the buyer's agent and the listing agent are two different individuals, and that's a good thing. Here at Zillow, we believe buyers and sellers deserve to work with an agent who is committed to their best interests, an agent who represents them and them alone. What is dual agency? When the same agent represents both the buyer and seller in the same transaction, this is called dual agency. Dual agency can present a conflict of interest. It's kind of like a lawyer representing both the plaintiff and the defendant in the same case. How could the lawyer reasonably advocate for both sides fairly and to the fullest extent? In fact, 8 states make it illegal for one real estate agent to represent both the buyer and the seller in a transaction. Wherever you live, we recommend you look for an agent whose job it is to solely represent you, and to make sure this is spelled out in your buyer agreement. More on that in a moment. Why hire a buyer's real estate agent? As we said, buyer's agents are versatile pros. They help you navigate the entire home buying process from your initial search all the way until closing. Here are the key things you get when you are working with a buyer's agent. Support and advocacy. Good buyer's agents live and breathe your local market. They can guide you towards homes that best fit your life. They'll learn your priorities and your pet peeves, saving you precious time in your home search. They'll know your must-haves and your nice-to-haves so they can help you compromise. And yes, you're probably going to need to compromise. Skilled negotiations. Unless you negotiate high-dollar business deals for fun, you'll likely appreciate having a pro do this part for you. In the negotiating process, your agent will be a huge help. First, they'll help you determine a fair market value for a home. Then they'll put together a strategic offer based on local market conditions. When the offer is in, they'll work with the seller's agent on your behalf, getting you to a fair deal on price and terms. Experience. Home buying can be full of surprises. It's good to have help from somebody who's seen it all before. An agent will know when you should expect a counteroffer or what red flags to worry about in an inspection report. They're a trusted advisor who can give you honest guidance that'll save you time, money, and stress. Professional recommendations. It takes a lot of help to buy a home, and an experienced agent can recommend lenders, real estate attorneys, escrow officers, and home inspectors they know and trust. If your agent and these pros have a strong relationship, they can often help streamline that process and get the transaction moving forward. Expert guidance. From offer paperwork to contingencies to closing documents, buying a home means juggling a lot of complex forms and timelines. Your agent will gather documents, explain the contract, ensure that nothing is missing, and walk you through everything that needs to be signed. How much does hiring a buyer's real estate agent cost? As a home buyer, you deserve transparency regarding who is paying the agents in a real estate deal and how much they're getting paid. And it's super important to understand that all of these fees are negotiable. Now, good agents work hard, and they deserve fair compensation for their services. Historically, agent commissions have run between 3 and 6% of a home's sale price and are usually split between the buyer's agent and the seller's agent. Talk with your agent early in the process about how much their commission may be, how it'll be paid, and who will pay it. All of this should be outlined in a signed agreement. Remember, agent commissions are negotiable and not set by law. When you work with an agent, you'll typically sign a buyer agreement, sometimes called a buyer's agency agreement, which will outline the terms of your agent's compensation, how much they'll be paid, how they'll be paid, and what services you can expect in return. Commonly, this will involve the buyer's agent receiving a percentage of the purchase price or a flat fee. Before you sign any agreement, make sure you have an understanding of how commissions are paid, the scope of the services provided, and the fees applicable to your transaction. How to find and hire a buyer's agent. As with any professional you hire, you want to find an agent who is a good fit for your needs, your communication styles, and your goals. These steps will help you find a great agent. Step 1, connect with a local agent on Zillow. Some people begin their search for an agent by asking family or friends for a referral. That's one way to go, but it might not be the best for you. A 2023 survey found that buyers were more satisfied with agents they found through platforms like Zillow than with agents found from a personal referral. Here at Zillow, we have a vast network of partner agents you can peruse. Get started with some of the links below in the description box. You can also contact a local partner agent simply by requesting a tour of any home listed on Zillow. With our Agent Finder, you can browse all local agent partners or search by their name, their neighborhood, or their specialty. Step 2, check your compatibility. Before you start working with any agent, talk to them and make sure you're a good fit. Here are some important questions to ask. How many buyers in my area have you represented in the past 3 years? Do you work full-time in real estate? How quickly do you respond to client requests? What are your working hours? Do you have any buyer's agent credentials, such as Accredited Buyer Representative, ABR, or Certified Buyer Representative, CBR? What's your favorite pizza topping? Okay, just kidding there. Kind of. You're gonna be doing a lot of work with this agent, so it does help to get along on a personal level. Step 3, sign an agreement. Okay, let's talk about the joys of paperwork. Working with an agent in the home buying process means that at some point, you'll sign a formal agreement. There are a few types of buyer's agent agreements to know about. You'll choose one based on where you are in the process and the type of agent you want to work with. If you're just starting to look for a home, you'll see what's called a limited services agreement or a touring agreement, which outlines that you'll work with an agent to tour homes. This lets you evaluate an agent before deciding to enter into a more serious arrangement. Zillow offers touring agreements that aren't binding and don't require a fee. They also expire quickly, but there are many types of agreements out there, so be sure to carefully read anything that you sign. If you've taken some tours with an agent and you want to keep working with them, they'll eventually ask you to sign a buyer agreement that specifies the terms and compensation for their additional services. Yeah, now we're getting a little bit serious here. We're going to talk about exclusive and non-exclusive buyer's agent agreements. Are you ready? An exclusive buyer's agent agreement means you're agreeing to work with only that agent for a certain period of time, commonly 6 to 12 months. If you purchase a home during that time, you'll owe the agent the amount of commission specified in the agreement. If the seller of the home you buy doesn't offer a buyer's agent commission, you might be responsible for paying your agent's commission, so read your agreement carefully. Again, remember, compensation terms are not set by law, and it's your right to negotiate the entire agreement with your agent. A non-exclusive buyer's agent agreement means you're working with one agent, but you're also welcome to work with another agent as long as you let both agents know and you haven't signed an exclusive agreement with any agent. No, we're not making any jokes about anyone's relationship status here. This is a type of deal that might work well though if, for example, you're searching for homes in 2 different cities. Agreement requirements vary by state, so ask your agent for information on what documentation is necessary for your situation. What to look for in a buyer's agent. Your agent is your advocate for one of the biggest purchases of your lifetime. They'll likely be working with you for months through the ups and downs of the home buying process. This is why it's important that you partner with somebody whose communication style and work ethic match yours. The vibes aren't everything, but they do matter. Along with a good personality match, here are some key attributes to look for in a real estate agent. Hyperlocal expertise. Okay, every real estate market is different. Home prices, demand, and housing types can vary widely, even from one neighborhood to another. Look for an agent who knows the specific area where you want to buy. You can look up their past sales on Zillow and map the addresses, or simply ask how much business they've done in the neighborhood as of late. Strong communication skills. Your agent should be a skilled communicator with you and the other parties in the transaction. They need to negotiate well. They should also be adept at working with your lender, your home inspector, your attorney, or your escrow officer. Ask them how quickly they typically reply to client requests or questions, and what their off hours are. Many good real estate agents make themselves available nights and weekends in order to keep your purchase moving forward. Years in business and reputation. Usually an agent who's been in the industry for at least 3 years has a good handle on the process and a number of closings under their belt. If you choose to go with a newer agent, ask whether they've completed closings already and whether they're being guided by a more experienced agent. You can also read reviews to see how their clients rate them. The value of a good agent. A good real estate agent is like your counselor, your cheerleader, your support system, your business partner, and your friend, all wrapped into one. They're your guide for one of the biggest decisions you will ever make, so you'll want to shop around and choose one wisely. We hope this video helped you understand what an agent can do for you and how to find a great one. Check out the resources in the description box below, and of course, leave us any thoughts or questions in the comments. And thank you so much for watching.